Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Let's go to the Big East. Tyler Hansbrough, is it as easy as UConn's going to run roughshod through this thing?
Um, I do think UConn's the best team in the Big East. Obviously, they proved that in the regular season. Uh, I would say actually my sleeper. I think Creighton's going to win the Big East tournament. That's who I'm picking. I think they're a more veteran team. I would like to see UConn and Creighton match up in the finals because I think that would be a great showdown. And also, Creighton really hasn't been the team I thought they would be, even though they've played well. I thought they could be a potential one seed team before the season started. I like Kalkbrenner. I like the addition of Stephen Ashworth. Trey Alexander can get you a bucket whenever you need it. Baylor Shireman. All those guys, I like their offense, and also Kalkbrenner, what he can do defensively. I think they're a good, also more veteran team. So that's who I'm picking to win the tournament. Obviously, there's a lot of implications with some tournament, bubble teams there, and a lot of teams can make their case. So it's going to be a good one.
Matt, how do you see the field playing out, brother?
I'm not picking against UConn. I can't do it. I just think, the mission that Coach Hurley has been on this year, even when Donovan Clingan was out, it didn't matter. That they have been so focused. They embody the things that he's about: toughness, winning. He's the perfect coach for that place. I mean, when you think of UConn, you think of really good guard play. You think of toughness. You think of win. It's just hard for me to pick against those guys. But I would love to be in Madison Square Garden on Thursday. I'm not going to lie. I would love to be in there when the Johnnies square off. And I don't know where John Fanta is going to be in the arena, but I'm sure there's going to be a screen on him somewhere because, there's no way is not in the NCAA tournament this year. Everyone was counting them out, and then all they've done was rope off the wins that they've had come of recent. So, man, I'd like to see that. That's the most intriguing game to me on Thursday against Seton Hall.
Dang, can we flash that bracket one more time? Because I want to see the road here. Dagan's just getting it done tonight. I mean, I tell you what, Trevor and Dagan
getting it done. He is.
They bring their best stuff in March.
But can you imagine that game on March 14th on Thursday, Seton Hall, St. John's? I mean, that's going to be electric.
Yeah.
I think UConn wins this thing, but that game could be – I mean, that's the most intriguing game in the tournament. And then once you get to the finals, who's it going to be? Is it going to be Creighton versus St. John's or Creighton versus UConn? Is it going to be, UConn versus Marquette? I think it ends up being UConn versus Creighton and UConn wins it. But St. John's, Seton Hall, that could be the most exciting game of the tournament.
Let me tell you about our newest partner for the month of March, Splash Sports, the home of certified community competition, where you get to play against your friends and not the house. Whatever game it is that you are playing, from survivors to tiers to pick X, the safest way to play for real money without the hassle of having to track down deposits or worry about payments is through Splash. They have partnered with PaySafe, the best deposit and payment system in the world, to ensure that money stays in safe hands and is delivered to the right places. To join the Field of 68 Survivor Madness, click the link in our profile below and join in. Entries are $5 a pop with a prize pool of up to $4,500. Winner take all.
Tyler, does Ricky P have something up his sleeve? Does Mr. White Suit have something up his sleeve this week in the Big East tournament?
Yeah, he definitely does. I mean, there's a lot of hype. Anytime you put Pitino out there, he's going to bring it. Also, he's been talking, him and Hurley have a little smack talk going, so I like that. But also, I think there's one player that in particular in the Big East that I've really enjoyed watching that this year is Devin Carter from Providence. And I know Providence, if they go on a little bit of a Big East run, I kind of think that they could start making that push towards, building a resume, especially if they reach the finals or something goes crazy. And also, you got to give them credit. I forgot when their best player went out with an injury early in the year, and what they've been able to do without him has been incredible. So I really like the Carter kid. He can really light it up and get hot. and he's been spectacular all year. So I'm going to be tuning into Providence because they've been fun to watch, and I'd like to see them go on a little bit of a run.
Hey, Tyler, real quick follow-up here. Rick Pitino, as we all know, basically lit into his team on February the 19th. Talked about how they were slow laterally, how he just wasn't enjoying the experience whatsoever. And ever since then, St. John's hasn't lost a game, and that includes a double-digit victory over Creighton. They beat Georgetown, which obviously everybody's doing this year, but they beat Creighton. They rolled Butler. They rolled DePaul. They rolled Georgetown again. I don't know. Have you ever been, and were you ever challenged like that? Maybe not publicly, but even privately, where you were sort of taken to task by a coach, and it lit a fire under your ass and kind of carried you the rest of the season?
No, I wouldn't say publicly by a coach. I did play for a tough coach in Jim O'Brien, who had a lot of history with Pitino, kind of came from the Pitino branch. But I will say, especially in my case, my athleticism has always been criticized or questioned from the media. So that kind of, in a way, kind of fueled me a little bit at times. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of what Pitino or how he handled that, just because I think you should keep those things in the locker room. But obviously he knows better, and he knows how to coach a team a heck of a lot better than I do. And obviously it worked. So sometimes those tricks up your sleeve can really fire a team up. But, Pitino's style and the way he puts pressure on teams, the way he traps, full court presses, that's going to wear teams down. And so obviously his style and the way he coaches is going to have a huge impact.
And that's why I appreciate you, Coach McCall, because you would not go on the podium and say that, your guys are slow laterally. You would say, my guys are deliberate laterally. That's that they're
yeah, but I don't know. I don't know why Tyler's calling himself talking about his athleticism. I heard the guy's like a savage out there on the pickleball court. Other guys, unbelievable out there. I heard he's the best athlete out on the pickleball court. That's the rumor out there.
Well, that's a big difference between the athleticism on the pickleball court. I'm like that old banged up, Buick on the side of the road with flames. So, yeah.
Is everybody like 60 years old out there?
Martin, no, I don't play with elders much anymore.
Pickleball. Yeah. If you're not going to play golf, John, you got to play pickleball. You have to play pickleball.
That's right.
Hey, now that you're a dad, you got a choice. You're either going to play golf or you're going to play pickleball.
That's right. It's exploded, man. Everywhere I turn, they're building pickleball courts out here.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.